Hey folks, Paul Phillips here with Pat Tech Photography and Gear Reviews. Summer 2015 is upon us and busy as ever. I've been wanting to do this review for some time. I tend to look these days for products that I use on a day-to-day basis related to my photography routine, and it just occurred to me that these mice that I have that I use with my MacBook Pro are just fantastic, so I thought I'd share it with you. So about 1.5 years ago I purchased the Logitech Performance Mouse MX, which is this guy here, and absolutely fell in love with the ergonomics of it. I mean, it looks like a racing car. The styling of it is really cool, but the ergonomics and the precise tracking is what really got me. I mean, it's a two buttons on the top here. You've got a scroll wheel that is just, effortless. Button on the top to change from your ratcheted scrolling to your freewheeling mode here. And on the older version, there's 2 buttons here for forward and back. Which are, super easy to use. I mean, to be honest with you, most of the time I'm just using the two buttons on the top. On the side, you have another button here where you can use some software that you can download for the mouse and program it to, customize the mouse to your liking. But fast forward 1.5 years, and Logitech has revamped this mouse, and they're calling it now, this is the MX Master, and I've had it for about 1.5 weeks, and I guess maybe the significant difference, if you're interested in pricing, the old version, when it first came out, I think I paid, gosh, $139 for this thing, but I just kind of made a decision to go out and get something that was real quality, and I've been happy with the purchase decision. So when the new version came out, I didn't hesitate. So this one, north of Toronto, cost me about, I think it was $119 from Canada Computers, and I had to sort of hunt around. It's so new right now that not all the stores had them, but finally located one that did have one. I've had it for 1.5 weeks, and the big difference, I mean, you've got the 2 buttons on the top, you have your ratchet button on and off. On the side now you have this really cool the styling on the thumb wheel button is just fantastic. I mean, I really like it. It's effortless to use, for swiping left and right. You can program your thumb button here, like I guess you would call this your 5th button, because you have your 1, 2 buttons here. You have your forward and back buttons here on the side. You've got your thumb scroll wheel, and you can use this to scroll left to right, like move pages left to right. And this button down here, I mean, there's so many things that you can program it to do. It's just beyond belief. I think I've got mine set for expose, so when I hit this button, it basically just shows me a view of all the apps that I've got open on the page at the time, and I can select what I want to do with it. So I just tend to keep things really simple. I guess another big difference between the new mouse and the old one is they both have USB charging cables, so USB to micro, and they plug in on the front here. Both of them are pretty much identical that way. One significant difference, I guess, would be the battery on the old one is removable, whereas on the new one it's built in. But that said, they both have the unifying USB adapter, and the new one you can program 2 or 3 different devices working with the one mouse. So if you've got a laptop and a desktop and you want to be using one mouse between the 2 of them, it's very simple to do that. So you've got your dark field laser tracking laser on the bottom here, and if you read the specs, it'll say that it tracks on just about any surface, and it's true. I mean, I really haven't found so far anything I don't like about this mouse, other than, I guess, maybe the forward and the back buttons are a little bit small. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but when I think about how often I use those, I don't really look at it as a bad thing. But so styling, ergonomics, I'm thoroughly impressed with this mouse. Like I say, I've only had it for 1.5 weeks, but if you're sort of humming and hawing about whether to buy, whether to spend $120 to get one of these mice, if you're like me, you're a power user, I mean, do yourself a favor. Don't figure around with, $20 mice. I mean, you're just wasting time, right? And this thing is such a joy to use. So let's take a look at the option software that comes with the mouse, and then, maybe that'll help you decide whether this is a mouse for you, or you're going to stick with the $20 cheapo mouse you get from the dollar store. All right, let's have a look. Okay, so once you've got the Logitech option software installed, then it's just a matter of coming over and clicking on your buttons. So in this case, it's the mode shift button. I click on it, and it gives you a whole list of options, and you can scroll down. As you can see, I mean, there's too many for me to identify each one of them here, but I think you get the idea. And then if you come up the top here and you click on your middle button, you'll get a similar list of options for the middle button, so all of the different things that you can do. And then over on the left hand side, you know, another menu here for your gesture button, because the gesture button is designed to work like the Apple trackpad with the swipe gestures. So you've got a whole plethora of adjustments that you can make here. So really a great software package that comes with this mouse. And let's see what we got here under point and scroll. Yeah, so here under point and scroll, here's when you set your pointer speed, your scrolling speed, all of the things that you would expect from a mouse at this price point. And you know, there's a fabulous side shot to show you that thumb wheel and the forward and back buttons. There's your charging indicator lights here, and your thumb button down here on the pad. You can't really notice it at first, but you just press on it, press down with your thumb, and you'll have the options available to you. So that's pretty much it for the software. I mean, it's straightforward. Just download it and then set up the mouse to your liking, and then go from there. Hey guys, so that's it for this one. I hope you found it useful. Don't forget to subscribe and like us, and we'll see you next time. We got lots more videos coming up, and take care. Have a great summer. We'll see you soon.